Here's a beautiful Christmas song that was made famous by Bing Crosby in 1943. I'll be home for Christmas. I'll play it down, then we'll go back and have a close-up look at the chords. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents round the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll walk through all the chords here slowly so you can see what I'm doing on the arrangement with my jazz chords. Now I describe all of my chords from the G string in this direction, so I describe them 1, 2, 3, 4, the opposite of most teachers describe them in this direction. So we start with a C chord, and this is the melody note. So that's where we start. I'll be home. We go to this diminished chord spelled 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Home for Christmas, and now straight down bar 5, and now 4, 5, 5, 5. This is a 2-chord major pattern, the same one we study in workbook number 1. And all 4 of these chords together make up what we call one of our diminished vamps that we study in workbook number 1. I'll be home for Christmas, so these 4 chords. We see that sequence in so many standards. Now we're going to just play all the strings open to get our C chord. And now we're going to go to a minor pattern. Just like we study in the workbooks, it's going to sound like this. So after the C chord, you can count on me. So the first chord in the minor pattern is open 2, open 1, and then goes to its partner, open 1, open 1, then finally to a D minor chord, 2, 2, 1, open. And then we're going to take a D minor chord up here instead of here. Please have snow. So we've got the D minor chord right down fret 5, and now we're going to lower just this string here. 1, 2, 3. This one right here, we're going to go back 1 fret to make the beginning of a minor jazz pattern here. And this spells 5, 5, 4, 5. You can't quite see it, my fingers are in the way, but then it folds over to its partner, 4, 5, 4, 5. And then it goes back to a C major chord using all open strings. And then to an A minor 7 chord, and I'm playing it like this, spelled 2, 4, 3, 3. There's various ways to make the A minor 7. This is a very beautiful way to make it here. Hopefully it's not going to be too hard to get to, because after you play the C string all open, you've got time to get your fingers over here and get them on this formation here for the A minor 7. And then the last line, we're going to play a D13 chord that looks like this. 2, open, 2, 2. Presents on the tree. Now we're going to go back to a D minor chord right down fret 5, and its partner in the major pattern, just like that. And now we're going to make a little pause chord here that's going to just alter this slightly. So now it's coming out 4, 5, 4, 5. It looks just like a diminished chord, the same hand shape that we had down here on a diminished. But here it's got a different description, but it's the same hand shape, so that should make it easier. But when we write it out and we notate what it is, it's actually not a diminished chord. In this case, it's the partner to this major pattern, and yeah, so it looks like that. Okay, so those are all of our chords for the first half of the song. And in the second half of the song, we repeat the first two lines of what we just went through. Christmas Eve will find me, and all open, where the love light gleams. And now we go to our last bars. I'll be home. So what we have here is straight down bar 5, but this time we're not going to call it a D minor 7. It has all the same notes as an F6 chord. Now, it doesn't really matter. If you want to know the names, you can always remember this as D minor 7 or F6. Same as if you have this open, you've got A minor 7 and C6. They share different names, same formation. So, I'll be home. And what's happened here is I'm lowering this string again just 1 fret down. And in this case, we're looking at it as a minor chord. It's got a different description, but it is the same hand formation we used already in the song somewhere else. I'll be home, so it's spelled 5-5-4-5. Can't quite see the fingers, but that's what it is, 5-5-4-5. Home for Christmas. I'm going to hit all open, Christmas. And now here's our A13 chord, open, 1-2, open, just like we use in the workbooks. And then the last line of the song, we go back up here to fret 5 one more time. This time it's a D minor chord, you'll see on the music. If only. And now I'm going to go to this beautiful suspended chord that looks like this. And this is spelled open, 2, 1, 3. And this is what we call a G suspended chord. Got a beautiful sound. It's just like this G7, right? If you know this G7, which is open 2, 1, 2, but this string comes up to make it a beautiful suspended chord. And then I'm going up to this other jazz chord here, the same diminished hand chord shape spelled 4-5-4-5, but it's not really a diminished chord in its description. It's a jazz dominant chord. And then the last chord of the song, I'm going to play a C6-9 like we use in the workbooks. 2-2-3-3. So that very last line again was, if only in suspended chord, my dreams, the C6-9, and I'm going to tag it with one last chord. If you want, you can go way up here to frets 9 and 10, and it's essentially the same chord. Sometimes I grab it a little under just to give it a fun little twist up there. Or I might go 2 frets below, or just hit right on it. It's just a real light hit, a good way to kind of end the song. I'll give you an intro if you want to use something. We'll start out with the same chord. And now I'll go here to this beautiful jazz chord. Gorgeous chord on ukulele or guitar. I'm spelling it 2-3-2-5, and then I'll go to the major pattern here and use this diminished chord that we've been looking at a couple times. Diminished shape, but it's not really diminished chord. So I'm going here and then to this beautiful jazz chord, then up here to fret 5, and now using the shape there, 4-5-4-5. So that would give us a nice intro on the song. And it was originally sung by Bing Crosby as a ballad. And it's a beautiful ballad. You don't have to put rhythm to it like I did there in the demonstration. I'll be home for Christmas. Just hitting each chord one time, any way you want to. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Something like that. So you can just go through the chords very slowly. You don't need rhythm with them at all. It's such a tender song as a ballad. It's a beautiful Christmas song.